what's going on, everyone? Welcome back to the channel. I am Tyrone, and today on the channel we got Kraven the Hunter pitch meeting. Yes, Kraven the Hunter pitch meeting. Ryan is back, Mr. Ryan George, and Kraven the Hunter is very bad. It's a very, very bad film. I'm very glad that the Spider-Man Sony universe is done. And the problem with it is not just Kraven, it's not just Madam Web, it's not just Morbius, it's not the Venom films. The problem is the studio heads thinking that they cannot put Spider-Man in any of those films. That's the problem. Okay, that is the problem, because you have Spider-Man villains without Spider-Man. Does that make sense? No, it doesn't make any sense. You know, and Madam Web is not really the villain. She just does certain things to manipulate Spider-Man to make things her way that she feels is like the greater good. So, but yeah, the overall thing about this film, if you like to go over the most wrong opinions, that is the movie review channel that I do with Devin Harris. We do have our pitch meeting for that, and now that's actually going to be up at the end of this, the end card. You can watch it. Yeah, it's not, it ain't hidden. This is not hidden. You will see why it's not hidden, because he will explain it. Okay, let's go.
So, you have a non-Spider-Man Spider-Man movie for me? Yes, sir, I do. I was thinking we'd make one about Kraven the Hunter. And what's the ever-so-slight Spider-Man connection in this one? He will see some spiders in a hallucination once. Nailed it. So we're gonna meet this guy, Sergei Kravenov, right? Right. And he's this badass vigilante killer guy who's known as Kraven the Hunter, but nobody can figure out who he is. Well, he just shortened his actual name. Nobody can figure out who this guy is. Anyway, we're gonna see him kill an arms dealer in a prison, escape from the prison, and get away on an airplane. Who's flying the plane? Hey, shut up. So then it's flashback time to when he was younger. Oh, I guess it'll be cool to see a glimpse of that. For 30 minutes of screen time. Oh my God. So he and his brother were raised by their criminal dad, who takes them hunting, and Kraven gets freaking mauled fatally by a lion. Oh man, it's gonna be tough to survive a fatal lion attack. Actually, it's gonna be super easy. Barely an inconvenience. Oh, really? Yeah, because see, before that happens, there's gonna be a scene with this girl Calypso, who's talking with her grandmother, who can like see the future or whatever. Okay. And her grandmother is like, this tarot card of a lion means you're going to save someone from an accident with this potion I'm giving you now, and it's going to heal them in unexpected ways. That's going to happen soon. And so is that exactly what then happens? And so that's exactly what then happens. Grandmas who nail it are tight. Okay, and so then Kraven is healed and he gets really cool powers. Oh, what are his powers? Well, he can be strong, and he can jump, and he can do, sometimes his eyes go yellow, and he can zoom in on things with his eyes when he wants to, and he can do jumps, and his muscles are big, and he does tracking.
Sounds like a 5-year-old.
Oh, cool. That's so many things. So he abandons his brother with the dad and grows up to be Kraven the Hunter, and he fights bad guys and fights for animal rights. Isn't this guy a villain in the comics? Yeah, but you know, how am I supposed to make a movie where a villain is the hero? Why are we even making these? Yeah, I don't know. We'll stop soon. So anyway, every year Kraven goes to visit his brother in London for his birthday, but this year his brother gets kidnapped. A terrible birthday surprise. Yeah, it turns out this freaking bad guy grabbed him. And who's this bad guy? Ah, well, he's the Rhino, and 16 years earlier, Kraven's dad was kind of mean to him, so he went to see a doctor who made him strong, and now he could turn into a Rhino man. I have no further questions. I have no further answers. So then Kraven's dad refuses to pay the ransom, so Kraven decides to track down Calypso. Why? To frickin' help him track down and hunt the bad guys. Isn't he the best tracker? Yeah, and he says he's been trying to track down Calypso for years, and he finally found her. How did he finally do it? By being the best hunter and tracker in the world. No one can do it like this guy. So why does he need her help? To track down these bad guys. All right. So she explains how she saved his life with the potion from her grandma back in the day. Right. And how her grandma died shortly after that trip, and she never saw her again. Both those things? Yes. And eventually this other bad guy called the Foreigner is gonna join the party too, because he also wants Kraven dead. Oh yeah? How come? Bad guy reasons. Oh my God. So Kraven and Calypso go to this African sanctuary where Kraven lives, and out of nowhere this big cat pounces on him and they fight. Oh no, jungle cat! But it turns out they're like friends, so it was kind of play fighting. All right, good. So then inside the sanctuary, Kraven tells Calypso that he's the best hunter in the world. No one could take him on. A cat just snuck up on him. Yeah, but other than that jungle cat just now, nobody can do it. Oh, okay. So then the foreigner shows up and uses his time-freezing hypnosis powers to inject Kraven with a deadly toxin. Well, but then Calypso freaking shoots this guy in the eye with an arrow. Oh, is she an archer? She is. She mentioned that skill of hers in the very previous scene and then delivered on it immediately. Hey, what's the minimum amount of time for something to count as foreshadowing? Unclear. So then she uses another potion to revive Kraven and he's back in business. Oh man, this guy really is unstoppable as long as nobody sneaks up on him or has powers and that there's some magic potion available. Yeah, and so now the rhino's gonna take matters into his own hand. Paws? His paws? Hooves. He's gonna take matters into his own hooves. Is he gonna look cool and badass as the rhino? So then he and Kraven get in a big fight. Oh, wow, wow, wow. Wow. And Kraven's trying to frickin' stab this guy, but his rhino skin is impenetrable. So what does he do? He penetrates his rhino skin and stabs him. Oh, good. And then he makes a herd of buffalo trample him. And that hurts, despite the super strong skin? Yes, he dies. Yay. And then Kraven realizes his own dad is the one who sent the rhino after him, so he gets a bear to kill him. This guy's letting all kinds of animals do his dirty work. He sure is, sir. And then sometime later, he finds out that his brother has gone to that same rhino doctor who turned him into a chameleon man. Oh, yeah, drop a little sequel bait, maybe for a sequel. This isn't getting a sequel. No. Okay, well, I'm not removing that. My delete key's broken. Well, okay then. And turns out Kraven's father has left him behind that iconic fur vest that he wears, so now he looks real cool. He puts that on. I thought he hated his father. Yeah, but it looks very cool, so he's gonna wear it now. I guess that makes sense. And so that's about it. What do you think? Well, to be honest, as long as it's better received than Morbius and Madam Web, I'm happy. That shouldn't be too hard to do. No, it should not be.
The Rotten Tomatoes score tied for the worst of Sony Spider-Man universe films. Yeah. Yeah, that's what it is. Kraven the Hunter debuts with a Rotten Tomatoes score tied for the worst of the Sony Spider-Man universe movies. Yeah, man. And the only reason that that Venom is not in there is because the first one did so well. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, goodbye. Goodbye to all this. Let it go. And I was watching Tony Baker. You know, Tony Baker, comedian, he does his movie reviews, and he was actually saying that it wasn't that bad, and you know, it kind of reminds him of the old school way of making, you know, superhero films. But here's the thing, they sucked back in the day. Okay, the whole point of, I guess, you know, superhero films getting better is that more technology come out where things look better. Writers are getting better at you know, actually putting in things that make sense that's from the comics. Come on, man. Come on, dude. You know, and these three films they just look like they just did not care. Sony did not care at all. Okay. That's the reason why they're putting out Spider-Man, each Spider-Man film. Sony's putting out each Spider-Man film that's been made, from the Tobey Maguire stuff to the Andrew Garfield stuff to the Tom Holland films, for a week each, starting January 2nd, I think. And they're putting it out in theaters, and they're trying to make their money back from all the stuff that they failed with these series of films. They say it's to celebrate the 100 years of Sony Pictures and Columbia, but nah. Nah. We can see why, because you waited, or you pushed back the release of Kraven till now, to close to Christmas, and then you're like, okay, if that doesn't do well, let's go ahead and put out what we know is a winner in the theaters. But the thing is, everyone has already seen those films. Everybody already, you know, has it streaming and stuff like that. They have it on DVD, Blu-ray. There's nothing that they can get from it unless it's a kid who really loves Spider-Man and haven't seen Spider-Man, any of the other Spider-Mans in the theater. It ain't worth it. But yeah, Kraven is going to be forgotten. And it's not really, to me, it's not so much of the fault of Aaron Taylor Johnson. He did what he could do. Okay, he really did what he can do. He clearly cares for the character because he worked out so hard on a diet regimen and everything for it. But you can't make a villain a nice guy, man. You can't make him an anti-hero. He is not an anti-hero. He's not Deadpool, okay? He's not Venom. Venom is technically an anti-hero, but these three, no. And Morbius is misunderstood. He is misunderstood, okay, but he's still a bad guy. All right. But anyway, thank you, Mr. George, for that. Okay, I really appreciate your analysis on this, and you said the right thing. Poor Ariana DeBose. She is a Oscar winner in this film. Good God, she's not an Oscar winner for this film. She's an Oscar winner, and they put her in this film. Ridiculous. But anyway, get in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about this pitch meeting. Let me know if you saw Kraven the Hunter. Yeah, over on Mostly Wrong Opinions, that's the channel that we do. We watch films and we give our opinions of it. That's why it's Mostly Wrong Opinions. And we kind of do it in hopes to give you some type of lead way to where if you want to see it, go ahead. If you're not, it's up to you. But Devin and I have been doing films and researching films for a long time, and we kind of know what we're talking about. Okay. But hey, that we're more so on the technical side, not the fan base side of things when it comes to films. All right. But do with you want with that information as you will. But yeah, get in the comments, let me know what you thought. And if you did like my reaction, please hit the thumbs up. Really does help out this channel more than you know. And if you're new to the channel, please consider hitting that subscribe button. Hit that notification bell to stay up to date with everything I do right here on YURP Nation Reactions. And don't forget to go to your settings in your YouTube channel and turn on your notifications so you can see this. So you can see all the stuff I do, all right? Thank you. And popping up over here is something else that I did. I don't know what it is, but I think you should click it and then watch it and then come on back with something else, all right? See you in another video. Peace.